Right, hi guys. I'm recording my second video for tonight while tonight's video is uploading. The reason why I'm recording these two videos together is because in 10 hours my mum's arriving, so I'm not really going to have opportunity to film between now and next Thursday unless she decides that she wants to try to join in on a video, which I might try and do. See where we go from there. This is a podcast about crafts, as well as the writing. I'll link the writing workshop video in the iCards here, as well as the writing. I do a lot of crafts. I never used to, but because my mobility is as, I won't say severely bad as it is, but it is limited in some respects. There are things that I try and do to distract my mind and my brain and everything else away from pain and all that malarkey. One of those is crafts. There's writing obviously, and then there's crafts, which I love doing. I do jewellery making. Just let me see if I've got anything handy. Nope, I haven't got anything handy. Where I make earrings, charms and stuff like that. I'll show you them on the next episode, because I'll probably be doing some while my mum's over, because she usually has a couple of orders for charms for me. Another thing which I've just started doing, I won't show you the insides of this, but I've been making these myself, from just printer paper, cardboard and material. I did a couple for Christmas presents. I did one for my best friend, which was a big thick one with a holographic skull on the front, and she uses it for works, for meetings, for notes for meetings. I do some card making myself, but I don't really, it sounds weird, but I don't have the patience for it, primarily because you've got to be so exact with the knives, and I can get a bit weird with that. Another thing I like doing is cross stitch. My paternal grandmother taught me how to cross stitch because she used to do tapestry work, which is the same thing, but it's a bigger I forgot what he called it. It begins with, but I can't remember what it's called, with the holes in. When you're doing tapestry work, it's bigger because they use wool, whereas when you do cross stitch, it's really thin thread that you're using. So I do cross stitch. I'm working on a cross stitch piece for my friend who got engaged last year, so that's a work in progress. I've just learnt to crochet. I do crochet with I already crocheted with loom bands. I've made for my husband a couple of TARDISes, quite a few Daleks, one of which one of the former companions actually has, because we gave it her as a gift, and she took it home with her, and posted it on Twitter, which was quite good. And I've, like I said, I've recently learned to crochet myself. I've had a few projects, some of which were Christmas presents and presents previously. I'll put a picture here because I did two versions of it, pretty much the same, for best friend and her daughter, which was a cat skull and crossbones, because they both adore cats and they're both goths, so it kind of bridges the two, which was done in corner to corner. I also did a little mini blanket for my friend's daughter, who's 2, also in corner to corner. I'm currently working on a couple of projects, 2 of which I've got at the side of me. One is in my bottom box, and it's just basically a normal granny square pattern blanket in black and black wool, which has got different colours of wool inside it. I do get my wool from all over. I do buy it in the shops. We have a couple of shops here which well, we have the pound shop which does basic wools, and then you've got Boise's, they do a huge array, as do Hobbycraft and what's the other one? Dunelm. They don't do a huge array, but they do enough. The projects I've got here is, well, I've got a couple here. This is a headband I made for myself, using, well, depends on whether I've forgotten what stitch it is, but it's I call it double crochet because I generally use the American terms. So I think it's like a half double or a triple crochet for the UK, which literally just sits on my head like so. So it works at keeping my hair out of my face when I have it down, which isn't often, but that's primarily because it's so heavy. My hair, that is. The other thing is, there's those things that you can get for the bottom of your bed to help keep your feet warm, and I've been making one of those. It's still a work in progress because I've got tidying up to do and I've got to stitch it together and stuff. This is the middle square. These were the first squares I actually made when I started crocheting. Like I say, it's not perfect, it's only really meant for us. And he's been showing it on YouTube. Like I say, it's pretty good to say I did it using my own patterns, and I didn't use anybody's patterns for anything on this one. But I've quite enjoyed the challenge of doing it and learning it, and stitching it together. It looks pretty cute. And then on either side I've got separate things for each side. This one's the one to go on my side. It's using the corner to corner, which you probably can't see that well, and it's got stitching all the way around, and this is to be sewn onto the side of that one. So that's the nickname a lot of people call me, so that's why I've put it on. Like I say, it's not perfect because I'm still trying to get my tension right. The other project I've done, I've got the tension, I seem to have mastered the tension, which is pretty good. And then there's this one which is for my husband's side. There you go. That's for my husband's side. Like I say, I've got to stitch these three pieces together and pop them at the end of the bed and they're done. So that's a relatively quick, easy job to finish. And then the other thing is I've recently learned how to do shell stitch, a shell blanket. If I can remember, I'll link the video here. And this is what I've been doing. What I've actually done that's slightly different is, after so many rows, I think I did 5 rows, I've then done one with the multicoloured yarn, because the yarn I'm using is like various shades of a pale blue, and then I've got the multicoloured yarn in between. Now, probably one of the reasons why I struggle with tension is because when you crochet, you're supposed to have your hand like this, but because I have some damage here, I can't do that. So because I had my EDS flared up and damaged one of my muscles there, so I struggle to hold my finger like that. So but yeah, I've recently learned to crochet and it's really good. There's a couple of podcasters I watch here on YouTube, I've watched a couple of yarn dyeing videos and things, and the amount of stuff you can do is unbelievable. I've joined a group as well, which is crocheters in this area, and they have a meetup in a couple of weeks, and I am seriously considering going. It all depends on various other aspects, obviously. Some of the wool I've got, quite a lot of the wool I've got, it has been cheap. I think, other than the purple I'm going to show you in a minute, the most expensive wool I got is the red for this, which is marble wool, and it was a big ball of 200 grams, but it's really cute, and it's one of those things that, again, like the writing, because of my EDS and the nerve damage and the pain, it's one of those things I can pick up and put down as and when my body allows me to do these things. It's not easy not being able to do a lot, if that makes any sense, and because my body is essentially not working properly, it can be a bit restricting. So I try and do things like this to keep me occupied, keep my mind going, and it also helps with building a bit of my self-esteem. A lot of my friends, in the close group of friends we've got, my best friend has a Star Wars crochet kit and she hasn't got a clue how to crochet, So I said, well, I'll teach you. And then our other friend, she says, well, she says, I can knit, but I can't crochet. I said, I'll teach you as well. So I'll probably have all three of them. I'm going to try and talk my other friend into it as well, the one with the little girl, because it's one of those things. The needles I use, which are these ones, I got a full pack for about £3 off Amazon. They're all the different sizes is different colours. They are relatively resistant because they're aluminium. They're quite funky. Obviously these are the British sizes ones. I also have the Tunisian ones, which are they look like knitting needles but with a hook on the end. Because I'm trying to dabble with the Tunisian cross stitch, with the Tunisian stitches, and it's one of those things that I have to get my head around it, because I do have an issue with the tension on that because I go too tight. Whereas on these you can probably tell I've gone a bit too loose. But it's one of those things that I enjoy doing, little projects like these, because A, they occupy me, and B, they get my mind going and get my mind working on different things. There's a couple of patterns of Rivalry that I've gotten that I want to have a play with. Also, there's a couple of YouTubers that I follow. There's the Shepherd, there's the Yarn Hoarders podcast, and then the Sheeply Shearing podcast. That I follow quite regularly. Two lovely women, two absolutely lovely women. I wish I had the yarn collection though, Jesus Christ. I've got two little boxes. My first one's full, my second one's about half full. But they've got like boxes and boxes and boxes of full of yarns, and I am so jealous, it's untrue. So jealous. I'd ordered this and it has taken a while for it to come, but I really can't wait to work on this. I'm thinking about making a blanket, and it's like a dark purple fleece material, and it feels so warm and comfy, that I really can't wait to see what I can make with that. I do have a hook big enough to use for it, so that should be fun. What else have we got? If there's anything specific you want me to do tutorials on, let me know down below, and I will try my best to do some tutorials for you. As I said in my writer's workshop video, I am hoping to get some mini USB cables, because I've got my phone, my spare phone, which is this one. It is plugged in, but this cable's very unreliable, which is my Sony Xperia. I have that. I have a tripod. I just need the decent cables to transfer over, because these cables don't transfer over well. There are a couple of other options, but it's just me. I'd prefer to just plug it in, transfer it over, and do it that way. But yeah, like I say, I might try and talk my mum into doing she did try and teach me to knit and crochet, but she goes way too fast for me, way too fast. The speed she goes is unbelievable. So yeah, it's one of those things that I have to have something to occupy my mind with, otherwise my mind can go to places I really don't want it to. So these distractions are great. I am hoping to eventually make a jumper at some point with some really super chunky wool. I just need to get the affordable wool of the right size and colour that I want to do it. I think I need to get another one of these. I've heard them called balls and I've heard them called skeins, so I don't know which one to call, in the multicoloured, which I'll probably pick up while we're up on Monk's Cross tomorrow, and get some more of the multicoloured, because I'm doing it there's 5 rows of the blue and then 1 row of the multicolours, and then I'm going to do 4 rows, a row of multicolour, 3 rows, row of multicolour, 2 rows, row of multicolour, 1 row multicolour, couple of rows of multicolour to finish it off, and we're done. And then I'll block it, which I didn't do with the others, which I really should have done. But my tension with this one has greatly improved, and I'm actually quite happy because it is one of those projects that it's going to look pretty smart when it's done. I can tell that already. I was just going to do it all completely blue, but when I had the idea of adding the little bit of colour in, and I was like, I have to. I can't not do, because it just looks so good. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm working on those rows currently. Working my way around on the top bits there, and then, like I said, because I can't hold the thing like this when I'm crocheting, I'm doing it like this, because I can't hold my finger like that because of the damage here. Because if I do that, it's always swollen. It's not sore anymore, but it's always swollen. But I had one of my bones come loose here, which is part of my condition, and it caused some swelling and stuff, so I don't really want to aggravate that. So that's why I do it that way, because then that way I'm not putting too much tension here. But it's one of those things that I have to adapt the crafts I want to do for what my body is capable of letting me do. Like I say, I'm hoping to do a couple of tutorials. The tutorial I used for this was sea lemon, and there's a couple of other tutorials I want to try, which includes the TARDIS one of these. Then I've got the material and everything, I just need to get some more of the card to be able to do the deep thingy of it. I need some really thick card to do that, so we bit to look at. I might try and pick some up one ones over, or triple up the card that I normally use or something, and print off the format. The only other option is using the back of a notebook, but that isn't an ideal situation or a solution, so hopefully I'll get that sorted and can get my husband his big thick notebook. I did do a couple of those for Christmas presents. Like I said, my best friend got one with a holographic skull on the front. I got her daughter one with did a plain black one like this, but it had a skull, diamante. I think it's meant for an iron-on one for jeans, but I just stuck it on with super glue. And then my brother and sister-in-law, my brother-in-law's his wife, my sister-in-law, I got them both one as well, made them both one. It's one of those things that it's relatively easy. It's a lot easier than you think. I just wish I didn't have to use as much of the PVC glue, but I'm going to try one without the PVC glue. I'll still do the PVC glue to seal the edges, and we'll go from there. I'm also hoping to do one which has none of this cardboard in, where it's just like the material backed with felt. See if I can get some felt while my mum's over to do that. I should be able to get some from Boise's, so be able to look and manage that. I do have some what do you call it, velvet, but it's too thin for me to use. But we're able to look. That is pretty much going on. Like I say, I've had a couple of finished projects, including my Doolittle headband, my multicoloured headband. I have 3 ongoing projects, one of which is just literally a case of sitting down and stitching them together, and then one's a slow work in progress that I'll probably get some of that done while my mum's over. The other one is just one of those things that I just pick up and put down. Next month, if I start anything new, I'll let you know. If me and my mum do have a go at wool dyeing, I'll let you know, because I've seen a couple of really smart videos on it, so I might give it a try with some plain white wool from the pound shop or something. And then what else have we got? Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some of the charms and make jewellery I make soon, and some of the craft stuff I do for swag bags for book releases and stuff, because I've got some stuff to do for London which I need to plan. I need to tie down a date and everything for that soon. So that's it for now. That's my current ongoing projects and my current bits and pieces that I'm working on. If you have any questions, queries, concerns, or any thoughts or suggestions on projects, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If there is anything you want me to do a tutorial on, whether it be the headband that I did myself or how I planned my corner to corners, leave that down below and I will do those for you. And if there is anything at all, don't forget to contact me. I do have an email down below should you want to use it. So have fun, have a good time, and I will speak to you soon.